Hey, g'day everyone. Craig Whitney here, founder of Next Level Coaching and your host, Legacy Forge Podcast. We are well because there is no hope in this plan anymore. Okay? We are doing extremely well. Like and subscribe, Apple Podcasts, YouTube and Spotify. YouTube mainly for the video. And tag a mate. I want to spread this message far and wide and attract as many people that resonate as possible. Alrighty, today's episode is I've been working on something in the background for a few months now. And it's not another flashy program, no. Well, kind of, no, but no. I have had the amazing opportunity to partner in with the Gyms Group here in Australia, which is a well-known brand of over 30 years. So the Gyms Group was founded by Jim Penman in 1989. It might have been earlier than that, but it wasn't franchised until 1989. So it's in the home service sector. We've got 65 divisions, close to 6,000 franchisees, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, all over the UK and some parts of America, and rapidly growing. As the resonance of AI, there's industries that AI will just augment and not replace, and it's the home service sector it will augment and not replace. Because at the end of the day, lawns need to be mowed, dogs need to be washed, windows need to be cleaned, and what else? HVAC, plumbing, electrical, all your trades. Yeah, will never be replaced. They may be augmented, but they'll never be replaced. So it's a bit of a special moment for Next Level Coaching and myself and Legacy Forge Podcast. It was a partnership that I first seen in September last year. And initially I laughed at it because it was gyms and life coaching. I laughed as a parody to it. I thought, well, you got to be kidding me, right? Life coaching, right? However, it came as an introduction through my lead coach, JT Foxx. He introduced me to Jim Penman, and he's like, well, you better check Jim out. He may have an idea for you. He's actively building something. I've done a lot of business with him, and go and meet him. He might have something for you. I thought, oh yeah, that's a powerful introduction coming from a billionaire. Okay. So I did, and I pitched him. It was in November last year, so just before Christmas. Yeah. And he referred me off to who's now my franchisor on the life coaching division, who I've been actively working with. And then it was just before Christmas when the agreements and that finally went through. And then, of course, Christmas decided to come along. And what happens at Christmas time with lawyers, they tend to take, if industry takes 2 weeks off, they take 2 months off. Yeah. So I didn't hear nothing from nobody till about February this year. That's when we started dialing in. So I'm official owner of the Gym's Life Coaching now here in North Lakes. I bought North Lakes territory for a specific reason, strategic, because it's like the mecca of my local Moreton Bay area. And all the other suburbs, is like 5 surrounding suburbs that pour into it. Plus it's now classified as a government satellite city. So instead of going to in the city for government services, Brisbane's broken up into these little satellite hubs. And depending on where you live, you'll be referred to these little satellite hubs. So for the north side or the outer north, where I am of Brisbane, I'll always have my government services at North Lakes. Yeah, and any new suburb that goes in and around, say, Caboolture West, and that they'll always revert to North Lakes as their central satellite city, so to speak, instead of going all the way into this Brisbane. It was Campbell Newman, our mayor's original idea, to break Brisbane up to cut the influx from the city and the demand. So that's that. I'm now official franchisee of the Gym's Life Coaching North Lakes here in Brisbane. So what does that mean for my Arete Method and next level coaching? So there has been a bit of backwards and forwards because it's a franchise system and a brand. I've got to respect system, and I do. And I stand steadfast in using it to find my own identity within an already going system. Okay, find my voice so I don't lose myself within a successful system. This is not my first franchise. This is probably my third across 12 years, yeah? And I've learned some powerful lessons within the franchising industry. Sometimes it's all about following the system for data and procedures and what to do, but it's not you becoming this system, if that makes sense. You've still got to find your authentic intelligence in amongst that system. Your authenticity resonates with your team, your staff, contractors, fellow franchisees, yeah, and your clients. They resonate to you. They just don't buy the brand. They buy you. And that's what I'm merging with Jim's group, with Next Level Coaching, with the Legacy Forge podcast. I'll be starting to bring in some franchisees soon. I want to pick their brains on offer this out as a free value add. Because I love learning about other franchise systems. What's the success? What's success? What's the pain points? What's a typical week look like? I love learning about stuff like that. Yeah. Because I don't want this. I don't want this podcast to be another podcast that just invites success and look at me and let me blow my horn up and look at me. No, I want to learn about your failures, right? I'm not interested in your flash cars and your toys and everything like that. I want to know about your failures. I want to know those pain points that you've overcome, that wisdom. Whether you're a franchisee, whether you're a top coach, athlete, entrepreneur, I don't care. I want to learn about your failures. Failures is where I learned from. And I started this whole podcast originally in this early days still to help me speak better and to learn and converse with other people. And I've already had some interesting people on my podcast. Okay. I'm very grateful for the people who've come on already and absolutely respect that. I respect their wisdom and their time. And also now I want to kind of pivot more into the franchisee world and learn more about that world for me and use my podcasting arm as a way to get in there a bit more. Yeah. So that's that. So what will happen to Next Level Coaching? Nothing. This Next Level Coaching and the Gyms group will stand side by side. They do. And I'll always stress my next level idea is about finding your authenticity, right, within yourself. The Gyms coaching is more about reprogramming the subconscious, and it gets into the beliefs, and it's a carry-on. It's a layer on over the Arete Method. Yeah. It just takes a bit longer. It's more of a longer term, where the Arete Method is more short term. It's 90 days where I can go bang, bang, bang. Okay. Still equally effective. They serve one another very well. Yeah. So that's that in a nutshell. I'm just about to reactivate all my social medias and get going with it all. Maybe do some daily stuff. I'm still this podcast. I mean, I don't really care what people think. This is my podcast. I do what I want, really. share the daily struggles, my wins, my successes, the demons and everything else of building a franchise, building a business, the daily battles that I go through. Things like holding a job down, which I find very hard because of my personality. I'm very futuristic. And I just have conflict with managers who are very SOP oriented, and I'm very visionary oriented. And I'll just use this as a medium, yeah. So there's big things coming in for this now. I'm proudly partnered in with the Gyms Group, an iconic Australian brand, a very egalitarian brand. And my specific market is working with fellow home service franchisees, where we go from that subby style mindset, we're put in their heads here of more franchise procedure, the phone calls, the operational stuff, the how, the chaos of the how, the busyness of the how. And yet for some of them, their marriage is almost out the door. Their kids are almost out the door. They don't see their family. They're doing 60 plus hours a week. We got to shift that thinking, and we go from that subcontractor mindset that, hey, I'm just more than a bloke with someone's decals on the side of my truck as an owner operator, to stepping into that CEO, right? That owner, that entrepreneur, that visionary within 90 days. And that's what the Arete Method does. With a good franchise, people are sold on the system. And no, I'm not putting any negative light on a franchise, okay? I still believe franchises, if they're well structured, they are better than independent businesses, and they are the future, okay? The future of business is franchising, and franchising will take a huge part in the economic forum of this new world, okay? Independence, I got a lot of respect for independent businesses. However, the more corporatized businesses become, the more franchising comes. It's going to be much easier to lean in towards a franchise, either buy a franchise business or start your own division, okay? Because any franchisor or franchise owner is definitely open to starting a new division, right? It's all about opportunity, right? I never thought the Gyms Group would have life coaching, but they did, and I took it, right? Amongst the home service of, say, Jim's Tires or Jim's Mowing or Jim's Cleaning or, Jim's Hazard Removal or anything like that. I never thought they'd have life coaching. And now they've got life coaching. We've got Jim's Tow Bars coming. That's just come on recently. I think there's another franchise recently just sold Jim's Tire and Mechanical, or Mobile Tires, I should say. So they're doing mobile tires out of the back of a van. They've got mobile mechanics now. So I've got 2 here in Brisbane. I'm just waiting for a third to be sold up here on the north side of Brisbane, and I'll start using them for my vehicles. What else we got? We got Jim's coffee vans coming. Right, we're just waiting for the right personality. So for any of the tradies or those that work, in an industrial estate for a job, think of the smoko van coming around at 9 o'clock. It gives you the beep beep, the tasty, the brown van with the big flash horn that gives you the carnival sort of sound to let you know that, the dirty, greasy industrial tuck shops here. Come out and greet us for your smoko, spend some money with us, get your greasy chips and chicken and meat pie and whatever, and away you go for your tucker. But yeah, Jim's coffee vans are starting up. They're just waiting for the right personality to fit the mold. What else have we got? We've got Jim's Removalists that's started already. They got one, maybe I think 2 franchisees going in Melbourne really well. Flat out booked. Flat out. Absolutely flat out. I'm working on pitching Jim with an idea to get into the freight industry, not from a courier market. I don't have any interest in driving a van. I look at it from a digital coupon market. So a similar company to, what does now no longer exist, Sendle and Ship It, and Express, where they offer discounted freight coupons from a digital aspect and a AI-driven CRM system. So the clients can just log on, get a quote or get 3 different quotes from 3 different carriers with applied discounts depending on the needs of their freight, and then book jobs right there and then through the portal to the nominated courier, and all the couriers do is come and pick up and go. That's it. So Express have a very successful model. I'm looking to pitch that. I'll pitch that probably next time I'm down in Melbourne, just seed it. I have no interest in driving vans anymore. I look at it more as someone who's got the customer service responsibility, who runs around with a laptop computer and sets up shop, works with their customers on the front end rather than drive a van all day long. So that's an idea that I'm kind of working with. And because of AI now, there's up to a 60% labor shift about to take place. And it's going to suck for the transport game because there's going to be a 60% removal of freight costs because of AI. That means us owner drivers are going to be working for less, if not destabilize the whole commission-only model altogether and just put owner operators on as hourly rate contractors. Hopefully. But yeah. Anyway, that's this episode. Bit of a different change. Now we've kind of, the Arete method's done. You can go back and listen to that as many times as you possibly can. I'll be pitching more of it in my Facebook group. So if you want to jump on Facebook and look up the Ascension Circle, you can join that. That hasn't been active, mainly because I've been in meta jail and I've been focusing my socials on, say, LinkedIn and TikTok while I've been in meta jail. However, I'm reactivating my Facebook profile and I'll just tweak everything. So everything's staying the same. I'm just pivoting my message slightly to accommodate for a franchise. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I'm still passionate. I'm still energetic. I still want to change people's lives, man. Transformation. Yeah. Not interested in motivation or outdated tactics from the 1970s. Where you're at, where you want to be in 3 years, where you're at now, what's your challenges? Simple as that. We go from there. Alrighty, guys, I'm going to drop a 3-minute questionnaire, a burnout blind spot audit for all my audience members. 11 questions, 3 minutes. Fill it out. Book a call. Let's have a conversation. Let's just have a conversation. All right? 30 minutes, no harm, no obligation. Simple as that. See how I can help you. Alrighty, guys, until the next episode, like and subscribe on all major platforms, Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts. Like and subscribe, tag a mate and share far and wide all over your socials. Arete. In a disruptive and distracted world, Arete is excellence in the future of just being. Bye for now, guys.